A low whistle from a night watch footman carried across Adelaide Cottage just after 2 a.m, and that stray note is our hook, because insiders claim it was the instant Orla's first puppy slipped into the world, a moment so hush-hush the kitchen clocks were stopped to keep palace timepieces from chiming and alerting photographers camped beyond the lake. The urgency matters because the Waleses have spent 18 months shielding their children and Katherine's recovery from relentless lenses, and a surprise litter offers both a public relations windfall and a security puzzle. How do you bottle the irresistible chemistry of 6 wobbly spaniels without inviting drones over Windsor's treetops? The story began back in early 2020 when James Middleton's tricolour matriarch Luna produced a litter of sturdy English Cocker Spaniels. Katherine, grieving 9-year-old Lupo, chose the glossy black female who licked George's tears the first night in the nursery and was christened Orla after a Celtic saint said to protect travellers, quite fitting for a dog that now follows the family on school runs, helicopter flights, and summer pilgrimages to Balmoral. James delivered the pup in a wicker basket once used for Queen Elizabeth's corgis, complete with a handwritten pedigree chart stretching to famous field trial champions. That parchment now features a new branch marked with 6 tiny paw stamps dated the 18th of May, 2025, 3 females, 3 males. Data trickled from Kensington via whispered pointers rather than press release, yet metrics exploded all the same. Google searches for spaniel puppy jumped 23% week on week. Instagram's unofficial Royal Pets fandom gained 49,000 followers in 48 hours. A YouGov flash poll showed 68% of Britons confessing they love seeing the royals behave like any other dog-mad family. A sentiment palace strategists note rises to 76%. Among voters under 25, the very cohort Republican groups caught. Conspiracy-hungry TikTokers, however, spotted more than whiskers. They mapped Katherine's late-night bake-along video and guessed the copper pans in frame doubled as a reflection shield to hide a whelping pen behind the Aga. Another account claims Orla's labor coincidentally overlapped with Treasury briefings on early years funding, insisting puppies were timed to soften the fiscal headlines. Such claims remain unverified, yet they drive millions of views and move sentiment faster than any speech from the throne. Palace tradition weaves its own intrigue. George V famously rotated his terriers between Sandringham and White Lodge to avoid inbreeding hysteria. Edward VIII's exile began with bickering over whether he could keep his beloved Cairns overseas, and Elizabeth II's corgi studbook was treated like a state secret after jealous breeders tried to pass off pups as corgis in waiting. In that long line, William now faces a decision: keep one of Orla's daughters to train as future gundog at Anmer, gift a brother to Charlotte's godmother who owns a Dorset dairy farm, and perhaps promise the runt to a staff family who lost their lab to cancer, gestures that bolster loyalty the way Queen Victoria's Skye Terriers once did. But gifting must obey DEFRA microchip rules, and any animal leaving royal grounds receives 2 vet clearances, plus MI5 background on recipients, lest a puppy reappear as a paparazzi prop. That protocol leaked in 2019 after Meghan's beagle required a covert night drive to Windsor Vet Hospital. With 6 newborns, the logistics multiply. William's security team also weighs digital footprints. Last month a stealth drone hovered over Frogmore, apparently piloted by a freelancer chasing Sussex family shots, its signal origin traced to a van outside a Windsor pub. The same model, DJI Mavic 3, can hover silently at 350 feet and scan thermal signatures. New puppies inside glazed conservatories glow like lanterns on infrared. Counter-UAV units now patrol the Long Walk, but MI5 still fears a 4K zoom could capture exclusive first images, undercutting a Kensington-curated reveal planned around Michaelmas. That reveal is expected to echo the late Queen's 2018 corgi portrait by Rankin. Think warm autumn light, straw bale backdrop, George with a squeaky duck toy, Charlotte holding a pup wearing a tiny tartan bow, Louis giggling as Orla nudges him, perfect shareable content to drown harsher coverage of Prince Andrew's mounting legal bills. Social media managers already drafted alt text for accessibility compliance and prepared fast facts panels on ethical breeding to pacify rescue dog campaigners. Intrigue deepens with talk of names. Each child staked early claims. Charlotte champions Gilly after a Balmoral gilly who ferries her fishing gear. George insists on Nelson and Victory to echo the Type 26 frigate he toured. Louis, enthralled by Paw Patrol, suggests Marshall and Rubble. William, ever the peacemaker, proposes a compromise: nautical for the boys, Highland flora for the girls, thus shortlist includes Heather, Sorrel, Clyde, Kelpie. Bookmakers cut odds accordingly, and one Surrey firm already sells novelty dog tags engraved with likely choices, illicitly using a stylized coronet. Buckingham's legal office fired a cease and desist, but merchandise sales still spiked. Not all speculation is benign. A Spanish paper reignited chatter that Charles might gift a puppy to Princess Leonor to cement Anglo-Iberian goodwill and soothe Gibraltar tensions. The Foreign Office called it fanciful, yet diplomats note pet diplomacy's record, Lyndon Johnson's beagles for Soviet envoys, Trudeau's Newfoundland pup presented to the Japanese Crown Prince. Earlier this year, whispers emerged that the Vatican sought a hypoallergenic dog bred by James Middleton for Pope Francis's guesthouse. Insiders deny a link, but Italian gossip sites imagine an ecumenical spaniel bridging Canterbury and Rome. Even Beijing weighs in. A state-run outlet suggested William should donate a pup for Pandalone renewal leverage, a comment British commentators dismiss as playful soft power trolling. Still, nothing involving royal pets passes wholly without strategic lens. Behind public theatre, the dogs supply private therapy. Royal aides reveal Louis struggled with worry during Katherine's oncology treatments, once asking a footman if Mummy's battery is empty. Orla became his comfort blanket. He would lie beside her kennel after nursery, reading stories aloud. Child development experts Katherine consulted confirm puppies in early years boost oxytocin and teach resilience. Thus the litter doubles as hands-on case study for her Shaping Us campaign, allowing future speeches to pair policy statistics. 75% of UK councils lack affordable dog-friendly play spaces, with anecdotal warmth about supervising 6 mischievous noses at bath time. Kate's medical team, meanwhile, sets health codes. Puppies must be weaned before school term, because antibiotic courses for any mastitis could interact with her maintenance medication. The timing works. 8 weeks from mid-May leads to Buckingham's traditional late summer photo call at Balmoral. There, photographers kept at long lens could capture frolics without doorstepping, satisfying press appetite and preserving children's privacy. The Scottish estate staff already puppy-proofing corridors includes Prince George's old nanny Maria, who covers thresholds with chew-proof plexi strips to spare Queen Victoria's monogrammed wainscoting. Financially, the litter is minor. A spaniel costs roughly £2,000 on open market, but symbolism scales exponentially. Marketing analysts estimate a single photo of Charlotte cradling Heather could generate £15 million of earned media for UK dog food brands. Purina reportedly offered Kensington a 6-figure charity donation in exchange for a discreet Instagram tag. Palace ethics teams declined, wary of commercializing family moments. James Middleton's startup Ella & Co. saw web traffic triple after tabloids linked his goat milk dog food to royal bowls, proof the crown's halo effect remains potent. Critical voices, however, ask why a family preaching sustainability didn't adopt rescue animals. Supporters counter that Luna's lineage is hip-scored, eye-tested, bred to Kennel Club welfare standards, and James Middleton supports pet therapy charities. Charles' farm managers add spaniels aid conservation work by flushing invasive pheasants humanely. Still, activists plan an Adopt Don't Shop banner along the mall during Trooping the Colour. Major Adrian Close, head of Royal Parks Policing, readies dispersal orders citing drone threats to ceremonial horses. As intrigue swirls, polls show the puppy saga nudges monarchy favourability up 2 points, small but valuable amid DNA scandals enmeshing extended cousins. Catherine Bennett, royal historian, notes pet stories historically stabilise the crown. George VI's Labrador saved from a Thames ice flow cut through abdication gloom. Elizabeth's corgi antics softened Suez-era tensions. The Waleses clearly understand that tradition. Orchestrating a strategic reveal could reset headlines before Charles's health update due in July, when oncologists determine whether immunotherapy continues or a prolonged rest triggers the Regency protocol. Looking forward, MI5 cyber units track attempts to hack Windsor veterinary records to confirm litter size. Social media teams pre-moderate 40,000 comments daily on Kensington pages. And courtiers rehearse fallback statements in case a pup falls ill, preempting cruel speculation tied to unscrupulous breeders. For the moment, all 6 thrive, sleeping under red heat lamps while Charlotte hums Chopin's Raindrop Prelude learned during her mother's chemo days. That lullaby reportedly calms Orla more than any sound therapy gadget and underscores the family's interwoven resilience narrative. Our camera crews are on standby for Michaelmas, where we expect to uncover which puppy stays, which embarks on diplomatic duty, and why a newly resurfaced 1927 kennel ledger hints George V secretly imported a Spanish Spaniel line that could make these pups half Iberian, a genetic twist certain to excite genealogists and spark fresh soft power theories. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into royal fur and fevered speculation, tap like, keep that subscribe bell ready, and join us next episode when we probe the underground veterinary ward beneath Buckingham built during the Blitz, now rumoured to house the Crown's cryogenic semen bank for endangered gundog breeds. You won't want to miss how canine heritage and constitutional destiny intertwine in Britain's most guarded corridors.